Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Brilliant Ump Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com. Whether you are in a funk in your life, you need somebody to talk to, somebody to help you get back on track, BetterHelp.com is the place to go. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/BDS today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BDS for 10% off your first month. Go over to betterhelp.com, get everything back on track, and do it the right way. Talk to somebody today. Betterhelp.com.
Michael, is that you?
That's me.
I think what I'm going to start doing is when we say we're going to have the podcast time at a specific time, we're just going to start. Who's ever in the chat can join it. Who's ever not in the chat, we'll start without him.
Well, accountability is everything, and we said 4:15. It's 4:23, and this is just the way it goes. So
and the thing that benefits me is if I'm late, we can't start the show because I send out the link.
that's correct. So you really have a nice little avenue of escape there, a nice little out, because you can never really, who knows what time the pod starts, really.
That's right. That's exactly right. I mean, the people will end up hearing about it because you guys will end up busting my balls. But the bottom line is, this is Joey D again, and we just know we're not going to get the accountability that we would need.
No,
regards to tardiness.
No. He's going to, again, it'll be the, well, I don't know. I mean, this is pretty bad. You're talking now, we're pushing 10 minutes late. 10 minutes late, and this was the agreed upon time. Hopefully we'll get some good reasoning behind it. I would like to see something like car trouble or, dog was sick, God forbid, had to take it to the vet. Dropped my wallet down a sewer drain. Phone stopped working. Something along those lines, I would give him a pass. But I don't know if we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get that.
We know so fast into it if we're getting our best Joey D or not. So if he comes in and we're going to get our best Joey D, I can totally forgive that. That's fine. I'll forfeit the 10 minutes to get the type of Joey D that we want to get.
Big gaming for me against the Jet tonight, man. Let me tell you something about the Jet. He is a stone cold killer, this guy. I have wished him well in this match. I have not heard from the Jet in weeks. Text messages, Instagram. I have not heard from this guy in 2 weeks. He's got AJ Brown left. He's down 24 points.
He's not even running his team.
Oh, that's
he wouldn't even know. But that's fine. The fact that he hasn't answered you, that I find to be a bit
concerning. Well, it's concerning. Yeah. It's concerning. But I think we could swing either Saturday, maybe next week, Saturday, or Christmas Eve. I think Saturday, maybe an early morning pod and just get it all fired up and fired out. Yeah. Get it all, the juices ready to go. I mean, there's going to be a lot of excitement. There's a lot of electricity in the air. I mean, it is the holiday week. So, I mean, we're here.
You know what I think is one of the saddest times, Michael, is like Christmas after the morning sad, because then it's over and that long 24, 25 day buildup is gone. Thanksgiving after dinner's done and you're tired and you don't know if you should keep drinking more or not. Mm-hmm. And then that's all done. To me, that's a very sad time as well.
I think the saddest time of year is the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Day after the Super Bowl is just, and actually I'm going to say not even that. I'm going to actually say the day after Championship Sunday. I'm going to say the Monday morning after Championship Sunday, NFC, AFC title game. Because again, we've had this discussion many times. The Super Bowl to me is more like it's just a show. It's just a show. Yeah. If your team is not playing in it, which my team's never playing in it, and your team's never playing in it, it's just like a show. It's loaded with commercials. I just feel like the AFC NFC Championship weekend is the last real Sunday of football. Once that's over, it's over. It's done.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing. I'm done with the Super Bowl parties.
Yeah, those Super Bowl parties usually stink.
Those are done. Stink. We got Mr. Benjamin Schicker on the line, ladies and gentlemen. We have Benjamin Schicker, the Jet, calling in today. Benjamin, how are you today?
I've been better, Bob.
Okay, well, that's tough to hear, Benjamin, but
Can I ask you a quick
Right out
question?
of the gate.
sure.
What show am I on right now?
This would be the Brilliantly Dumb Show, the one that you quit on.
Okay.
The one that you quit on.
Well, there's a long list of shows I've quit on, Bob.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got a bone to pick with you.
Fantastic.
Michael has reached out to you a few times over the past few weeks, and it has been absolute.
I've been stonewalled.
Yeah, man. I mean, come
What's
on.
up with that? What's up with that, Jet?
Wait, what happened?
You've been
Yeah,
stonewalling.
yeah.
Tell him, Mikey.
Beardown, it's not I've been stonewalling everybody this past couple of weeks.
That's fine. I actually figured that. That's why I didn't really make a deal out of it. I was just saying, we were talking about the fantasy finals, and you got AJ Brown going tonight. You need like 25 out of him. But listen, that's not crazier things have happened. He's had monster games all year.
Wow, look at Joey T, man. Look at
What are you moonlighting for UPS with that shirt on? What are you doing?
What do you mean? It's a very nice shirt. Look at this.
It looked like a UPS
No,
shirt.
I just didn't see that. I think I'll tell you what, Joey. I think that is a nice, crisp looking jacket. Whoa, with the wrist, with the
Will
little,
you stop with this? I literally, I don't have time for this. I don't
little
have
wrist
lot
lettuce
of
as
flexibility.
well there
This
from the
guy,
Nah,
yeah.
man.
Are those snap buttons on that shirt? Like
It's a
snap-
Lululemon. It's like, yeah, you could snap. It's like, it's got pockets. It's like a jacket shirt.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just a shirt. That's why I was confused.
We have Mr.
Mikey V. Mikey V was like, this started as like I wasn't answering his messages, and then it turned into, and also like you have the tiniest chance to beat me tonight if AJ Brown gets 58 points. Like, how did that happen?
No, 25 points, Jet. Let's
You have
not
a chance,
make
Jet. You
it
have a chance.
unrealistic.
You know
He's got
what?
a very
I hope he
good
gets
chance.
it.
Guy broke the record for the most 125-yard games in consecutive games in the NFL this year, I think. I mean, he could easily do it. It's 2 touchdowns.
Hey,
and a
you know
big-
who has no chance is the one known
Gas.
as Dickie Gas, because
But-
I
but-
waxed that ass
but
as I
let's
said
not-
I would.
Let's not get away from the real issue here. Is that what we were discussing before? Is that Yaman has been stonewalling people left and right. I told him that I loved him last night. He told me to go fuck myself, and I just, you know what, Jet? If you want to be an asshole, but be an asshole that responds to our friends.
What are we doing?
No, it's true. I mean, you can't. How are you going to stonewall Michael?
I show up. I don't want to hear it. This is ridiculous. All right, give me.
Hi, Jet.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll let you
Hello,
go.
Jet.
But don't be an asshole.
Hi, Jet.
Okay. Hi, Cutsy. Well, don't even get me started. I'm about to start ranting. I'm walking into Chipotle. I'm about to eat a big ass bowl to hopefully get my life back together. And then yeah.
Are you gonna do the
Yeah,
the carne asada?
if
Cutsy hits me up this morning. I go, Cutsy, do you have any picks today? He hits me with an Old Dominion game, and I'm like, Cutsy, I meant the football. He's like, it's too early for football. I'm like, Cutsy, I have a job, dude. I can't be betting, college basketball at 9:30 in the morning.
Are we winning Old Dominion? Because I put that in.
No.
Which one?
Fuck.
The first half?
Football?
The first half, Bob?
I have the game.
Oh, the game. You have Old
I don't know
Dominion
game.
minus 4.5?
No, I got the under in the game.
Oh, it's 35 points at halftime.
Wait, is this football or basketball?
Fucking
Football. Yeah.
All right.
Is it the Verizon Wireless Bowl or some
It's
shit?
it's the famous toastery bowl.
Fuck,
Oh,
man, that
wow.
sucks. I forgot.
You're still alive. You're still technically alive.
Mikey V, do you have a football pick for tonight?
Seahawks plus 3.5.
Well, what shows you?
Is Mikey V going to speak for
He
himself?
does.
Everybody's no. Everybody's a touter these days. So no, I have no pick. Not yet, anyway.
Well, the pick that we rode, Mikey lost.
Hi, Alvin.
I know. I know. What about yesterday, Joe?
I didn't ride. I told you
Well,
before.
then there's your fucking problem.
Well, I'm trying to be a rider. Every time I ride Mikey V, it's a loss. And I try to support. It's not his fault. I'm the
How
mush.
could every
I'm a mush. What happened
Bro.
there? He broke it.
No, it's back. How could every time you lose, Joe, when my record in the NFL this year is 78-41?
I didn't
How
touch.
could every time you ride, you lose? How's that possible?
I didn't touch yesterday.
Well, that's whose fault is that? Yes, you did. You texted me. You said you had a huge day yesterday. You went off. You said you gave me the exact figure of how much money you won yesterday. Do you not recall that? Bro, come on. What are you fucking kidding?
I didn't ride yesterday. That's why you won. When I ride, you lose. I'm just gonna stop permanently.
Good.
I don't want to be a hindrance, but I'm paying for a subscription that I don't use.
Oh,
Cancel it.
I would never do that. I would never do that. I support you through thick and thin. You know this.
Joe,
I'm
Joe.
one of the biggest advocates for you, Michael.
Joe,
I know
Joe,
you are, Joe.
I gotta defend Mikey here, okay? You're paying for the subscription, okay?
Yeah, because he's my friend. I want to support the guy.
But he's 71-48 in his picks.
And the 48 are all the ones I've ridden.
But why would that be Michael's fault? Maybe
I'm not
That's not
blaming
the correct
him.
figure.
I didn't say that. I said I'm a mush. I said every time I ride, I lose. So I just stay away so that everybody else can be winners.
35 and 31 in college football this year, 78 and 41 in the NFL. 78 and 41 and three future cashes in college football for the playoff. 3 out of 4.
Do you know
all
what,
at plus money.
you know what Cutsy's been doing these past few weeks? And look, I've rode and it's been great. So I'm not complaining. But you know what this guy's doing, Mikey? He's taking picks from his different handicaps.
Yeah, I know.
He has 3 different people.
I know.
Michael's one of them.
Michael's one of them.
Yeah,
You have Mickey Diamonds.
Yeah, bet with the boys. We know.
And then
We know.
another one.
Yeah, we know.
So he's giving them out to people and he's talking like they're there.
No, I'm not.
Cutsy, you said to both me and Ticket separately, you said to both of us, glad Cutsy boy can help you get back on your feet.
Joe, you are.
Joe,
you are.
that.
And you know what? He doesn't do it intentionally. He really doesn't. He doesn't do it
I'm trying to help my friends.
You are one of the sickest fucking human beings I have ever met. I love you to death. I would honestly, I would climb Kilimanjaro for you naked. All right. With
That's
bare
very
feet.
thoughtful.
With
That's very
bare feet.
thoughtful.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you are
Especially with your bad back. That's really
especially
thoughtful.
with my bad back.
That's very
You
thoughtful.
are one of the sickest fucking people I have ever met. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Just the things that come out of your mouth on a consistent basis.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
That's why it's great. That is why it's great. Because
But you've been
don't see
singing
it.
the praises. Now all of a sudden you change the narrative
Singing what praises?
of the praises of how hot we've been.
It's been great. I alluded to that before I even stated. I said it's been fucking a blast. I can't complain, but you're taking a collection of your different handicappers and giving it out as
Did I deny that I'm doing that?
my cousin Jason, he said to me, he goes, dude, Cutsy is red hot right now. He's like, he's taking an assortment of these picks.
Yeah,
And
he's like a buffet line. Bob.
I
It's a
was just
buffet
about
line.
to, I was just
You
about
pick
to say
and
it's like
choose
he's-
what
This
items
Old
you
Dominion
want.
thing's a problem.
Cutsy's at the Chinese buffet. Listen, the Old Dominion thing is done. That's
Okay,
done.
just
Just,
score a
chalk that up
touchdown,
as a
you're
loss. It's
done, you're
over.
done.
Fuck, man.
It's over. And you know what? Western Kentucky, the quarterback's out. 3 starting offensive linemen, 3 starting defensive linemen. But I
It was an
thought it would just.
atrocity.
But the crazy thing is that Old Dominion's offense was ranked 118th in the country. Today, they look like they're the best offense in the entire country. It's unbelievable. That's bowl season. They'll get you. They'll get you. We
Now,
make it
what
back
was that-
tonight. We make it back tonight.
What was the Chinese buffet analogy? I wanted to hear that.
It's like all of our picks are just he's going to a Chinese buffet, and it's like me, Nikki, and Bet with the boys are just standing behind a fucking hibachi bar, fucking slinging shrimps into his mouth and doing sake shots. So Nick's got the sake, I got the fucking shrimp, flipping it off. The other guy's doing the egg roll with the steaming onion volcano, and Cutsy's there just taking anything and everything he pleases. But he did well this week, so that's good. All I want for the holidays this year is some NBA action. This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5, an instant dub just for you. You check out some of these games this holiday week. You got New York hosting Milwaukee. New York's a 3-point underdog at home. You got Denver hosting Golden State, Denver being a 5-point favorite in that game. Ton of action to choose from. Of course, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DUMB, that's D-U-M-B. New customers get 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on basketball. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DUMB. The crown is yours.
As long as I don't ride, the crown is yours.
That's got to be, I think you should ride and just not say anything. It's when you ride and then you send the text to the digest that puts the nail in the coffin.
I haven't been in the digest for weeks. Oh, the
No,
digest.
By the way, with the digest, I don't know if you're doing it to piss me off, Mikey, but when you
What?
do message the digest, you've gone back to your old ways of the one-word answers. And I don't know if you're doing it to get under my skin.
Joe, this guy, you don't know where he is on the face of the planet. It's like, where is Bob San Diego? You don't know where he is, what time zone he's in, when he's ever going to get back to you, and he's going to break my balls about a one-word.
He's halfway around the world.
But you
He
know
was,
what?
he was in a UFC ring the other night. We didn't
That's
even know.
what this guy's playing fucking golf with fucking
He
Daniel
was with
Cormier.
Theo Vaughn.
Did you mention to Cormier, and I bet he didn't, Joe, did you mention to Cormier how he talked about the pod when he had his on his pod?
No, I don't think he
that's
did.
what I
Wait.
No, are you
I
even
think what I
aware
did-
of that? Are you even aware of that?
Sure, of course.
Are you?
Yeah, of course. We sent the clip to each other, Michael.
Okay.
And when
I'm
you
checking
clip
the old memory, Bob. I'm
under
checking
it.
the old memory.
Under it, you put here.
Wait, what?
What I did, it was a one-word response. It was, you're back to the old ways of
What
the
do you mean
one-
here? What is it? What do you mean? I said here.
That was
wasn't-
I will say, Bob, that there have been some nights where Mikey and I have had a lot of fun on the digest, and you've been nowhere to be seen.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I still think about that. I still think about that Robbie Gould prop that never cashed because of Bob. That was Bob's fault, 100%. We were allegedly getting couch Bob for the whole night.
No, I mean, he went on a date. He
Dinner
went on a date.
reservation. I gotta
Yeah.
go, fellas.
Yeah, dinner
Well,
reservations at
look,
catch.
You guys,
Robbie
are good to
Gould
me
went
in the-
0 for 9 kicking field goals that night.
You guys are good to me in the sense of, you know, that you never bust my balls on my things. I will say, when I'm there though and I'm texting, I'm phenomenal. Are you going to say that I'm
If
not?
you don't say so.
No, I mean it's true. Are you going to
Can I
say that
say
I'm not a
something?
phenomenal texter?
Go ahead, Joe. Say it.
I don't mean to break balls, Bob, but I think you're the worst of the three of us on that chat in terms of texting.
Joe, are you talking about from texting back and forth, or
Just like the presence,
presence is
the
different?
Presence,
Presence is
but
different.
he'll agree to
Presence-
that.
But
He'll
even
agree to
then, you're like, it's like you can't just show up every once in a while and make a one-liner and disappear. You're not Don Rickles. You're not Don Rickles here, Bob.
He's like
I don't-
Costanza. He's like Costanza when
Yeah,
he leaves.
he
Like,
leaves
he
on a
tells
high note,
one-
then we don't hear from him for a week.
He'll dip into a
And then
group
he
chat.
tips his cap and-
He'll get 5 ha-has. Some of them real ha-has, some of them sympathy ha-has. But that's
Oh,
neither.
fuck off. with
Okay,
that.
anyway, he'll dip into the group chat, 5 ha-has. You won't hear from you won't hear from him for like 4 more days. He goes out on top. He's like
He was
Costanza.
playing blackjack with Dana White. I mean, of course, that's
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Bob. That's pretty good. How is DW?
He's doing good. The problem is I wasn't going to get on that table though with him, because from a standpoint of, I don't want to ruin their cards with whether I hit or
Yeah.
stay for.
You
Well,
gotta
then
really
you just ask what to do.
Yeah,
But that's not the
trust me,
type
I
of
wanted
table.
to-
I don't know. Is that the type of table you want to do that at? What do they play?
If
What's
they-
the,
did
what's
they
the
invite
minimum
you to
limit
play,
on that
Bob?
table? They got to be playing $1,000 a hand, 5,000 a hand. I mean, I would
Well,
imagine.
He messaged
5
me.
G's.
He messaged me and said, "Let's
I'm
go
sure
play
that's what
blackjack."
White's playing. What does
Oh.
Dana White have to play in order for him to even feel a victory or a loss? He's got to be betting 10K a hand, 20K a hand. I would
Oh
imagine.
my
But
word!
you know what he was telling me, and he did it the first night that he came in. It was unbelievable, and he said, this is why a lot of casinos won't have him there. Is he'll bet, say he bets 50,000 a hand, okay?
See, that's what I was. Yeah.
If he hits his first 2 bets, he's off the table for the night.
I love that.
He'll
I
go
love
up
that.
Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
love
Oh
that. That's how
my.
you win, bro. See, that's why this guy's a fucking billionaire. That's the only way to win
Yeah.
in table games. He goes heavy. He makes his money. He has that number set in his head when he hits it, and it's not like a fucking pie in the sky number. If you're betting 50K a hand, he makes 100K. He walks off the table. That's it.
Yeah.
But what don't they pay
Not a lot of
the dealers
people can do that.
to be at the table for like hours for him?
Oh, but with the money that first off, the hotel that he brings everybody to is called the Red Rock Casino, which is owned by the Fertittas. The Fertittas is who he started the UFC with.
Okay.
So he
He's a
brings,
billionaire. He owns the Houston Rockets.
that's correct. That's correct. I don't know if he owns all of them anymore. We happen to know, God rest his soul, but Joey D borrowed a truck from one of the Fertitta brothers. So
Yeah,
that,
Raptor. I think it was
Yeah.
Raptor.
That's a nice truck.
this guy
That
was
was really
driving
nice.
around
Yeah.
Beverly Hills in 2019 with a Ford Raptor through the streets of Beverly Hills.
It was a big boy, man.
It was.
Yeah,
That
the
thing
Raptor,
was-
Raptor's a beautiful truck.
I have the
But-
video. Remember, Bob, the video I sent you?
An all-timer. It's an all-timer.
I just pull up in this rig.
I mean, Mike, you talk about, the streets are really tight here. So just a car that just fits the guy, just an obnoxious Ford
Yeah.
Raptor that just
Yep.
takes over the streets.
Yep.
No regard for any other people in the road.
Walks
Look-
out of the, parks the truck wherever he pleases, walks
Right.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
exactly right.
yep, yep,
Yeah, that's our Joey D.
Yes, it is. Yes,
For
it
better or
is.
for worse. I think for better, Joe, but it's up to the people to decide for better or for worse. But I know me and Michael say for the better.
Yeah. That's
know?
right.
Anyway, yeah, so he'll bet two hands, and then like he won the first couple when he was there, and then he just hung out the rest of the
I
night.
love that. Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Wow.
Smart man. He ain't gonna give it back.
Guys like
And
me
he spent a big chunk of it on a nice duffel bag for Bobby Boy.
Oh, it's not over there, man.
Wait, what?
Bob got a big old Tom Ford duffel bag from Dana White.
Guy just
Oh,
airs
my
out.
God.
Man, dude. This guy
What do you mean I air out?
They
You put
needed-
on your
hey, Joe,
story.
Joe, he needed something to carry those winnings back from the blackjack table. He
Yeah, I
had
know.
to put 'em in
A lot of dollar chips in that bag.
something.
Mikey, if you saw me in the streets, how old would you say that I am?
Right
If you
now,
had no
with the fit
idea.
that you have on, I would put you in your 30s. I'd put
Yeah,
you like
no,
30.
that's a
With
great
that fit, that's like a 34-year-old fit. I'd put him at 34, 35.
Bob,
34. 34.
would you agree,
Overall,
Bob?
yeah, I mean, I think everybody's very surprised to hear how old. I think when you really know Joe, you're shocked at how old he is, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think he has, like a younger, childish soul.
Yeah, young soul.
There was
Yeah.
rumors going around. I was 55 years old. Is that not ridiculous?
That is on the internet.
55 on the celebrity birthdays. It says I'm 55, and people will like message me and ask me if that's my age.
Hey, at least you made celebrity birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's a
know.
good
It's
look.
probably somebody put it in as a spoof.
No, I don't know.
55 years young.
55.
I'm getting
tough,
ready for
55.
pension.
Bob Does Sports doesn't do pensions. Hate to tell you, Joe. Neither does the Really Numb Show. So,
Yeah. That's why I'm still-
SOL
that's why I'm
SOL
still
on that
humping
one.
2 jobs.
yo, come on, man.
Poor guys on disability still punching a time card.
Hey, let me tell you. Don't you?
Yo, I'm gonna
don't
be
you feel
38.
bad.
Oh, the good news is he's got
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Kanga coolers
38.
behind him to go.
Go Kanga. Go Kanga. I'm gonna be
Don't feel
I'm gonna
bad for Mikey V.
I'll be 38 in 2 months, bro.
2
38.
months?
Yeah, when we go when we're at the
Wow.
waste management, I'll turn 38. That's like my birthday
sensational.
week.
We should take you for a big birthday bash.
Yeah, we should. I agree.
I think
I'm
that's
not gonna
deserving.
turn down the fanfare
I mean,
on
Joe,
that.
you gotta,
I'll buy a bottle.
Joe, you gotta wait till he's 40. No, nobody cares.
Is that
about
right?
Well,
Why
40.
can we not celebrate the guy's birthday?
Of course, we're gonna celebrate the birthday, but like the big hurrah should be the
Yeah,
big.
no,
the-
a
no, I'm
dinner
not
would
saying
a
big-
dinner would suffice. I don't need the club. I don't need any of that nonsense. Just the dinner would be.
You said you
really
liked the
nice.
club last
I
time.
don't
you
think
went.
I'll ever. No, that's
No.
Perez, who apparently is in.
No,
Oh,
Perez
Perez.
did.
Perez, yeah,
did.
Perez said he's a club guy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I could not believe he said that. And I said the complete opposite. I was like, oh my God, if I never go to another one of these.
That's right. I got you guys mixed up. That's
Yeah.
right.
Man.
Yeah, Perez.
The
I
club is
just
so
think
bad, man.
it's the
You
worst.
stand there like a freaking statue. You don't do anything.
It's just, it's so late. It's like, it's a forced, I just feel like it's a forced move. Now, maybe, obviously for younger single guys, no kids, in their 20s, but now I'm like, 2:00, 3:00 in the morning. I'm fucking tired, man. Like I'm tired. I'm not awake. I'm in REM sleep by
I
now.
get-
10 o'clock is Bob.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
of
I
10.
know, Bob. Well, Bob goes without saying. I mean, Bob
Bob is a special
goes
cat.
without saying. Yeah. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Bob is the reverse. He's like Benjamin Button.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Bobby Buttons.
You know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore about. I used to really feel bad about it. Joe's good about letting me roll. I don't care anymore about saying, that I'm out and then people giving me a hard time.
I remember the days when Bob actually used to go out and party.
When
Yeah, I mean, I never even I really was like, I was so taken back by the fact that he went to bed so early the first time he ever came over and like stayed over that I didn't even break his balls about it. I was like, all right, fucking
You did a good impression of me going down that night where I just kind of like
Sometimes
he gives like a hand wave into a hunch, a hand into a hunch.
The hunch is the
He's
signature.
got that old Jewish man sachet as he walks out of the room. Man.
That part.
It is.
Jet said the same thing. He said you walk like an old Jewish guy.
Bro, he's so trained at it. It's just incredible. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's amazing, actually.
That's tough to hear. You know why it's tough?
But it's not like you're not acting. It's not like you're not like athletically inclined to like golf and pickleball and working out. So it's not like you're like decrepit. It'd be one thing if you were like a lazy fuck. You never went to the gym. You never did any activities, but it's not like that. You just, when you get leisurely, you happen to get very
his bones just kind of hunch over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean,
I think the reason why it hurts so much is I don't think you guys are wrong. I mean, obviously it's coming from both parties here to where you just sometimes you just
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think
that's what I'm saying. I don't think so either.
It's
just who you are. It's well, what do you want to be, rigid? You know,
it sounds like I am. It sounds like I am.
No, hunched over is the opposite of rigid.
Oh.
Well, you could be rigid, I guess, in any position. If you're in a certain position, you could be rigid as rigid. But yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Do you guys want to hop into top 5?
We don't do it buy or sell.
You guys want to hop into buy or sell?
Bob, this memory thing is very concerning.
I'm concerned.
It's very concerning.
How many episodes have we done now?
Hundreds.
Yeah, I'm concerned. All right, let's hop in.
Good episode so far.
It really has.
Yeah, it's been kind of fiery.
If I said to Mikey pre-show, well, during the show, but before you were here, if you're going to be late, as long as we get the Joey D that we're getting, you can't be upset. I'll exchange.
I'm almost never late for this show.
But Joe, this is not. You don't have to get defensive. This is a.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's a rare occasion. I know what you're saying, but I feel bad being late.
Well,
I was on the other side of town, and traffic was way worse than I thought.
But I wouldn't say it's a rare occasion.
I'm rarely late.
I mean, listen, we all have our
maybe
days.
a couple minutes, but I don't think anything more than that.
Okay, let's
I think the most punctual guy on here is Mikey.
I think Mikey's.
I was late last time though, so hand up accountability.
And by the way, you would have been fine had you not busted our balls for starting.
Hey, all you gotta do.
Right. That's
just
right.
gotta put that hand up.
That's right.
And this is the most powerful thing in the world you could do. Just up accountability.
I mean, you want to talk hand up accountability? I put that first half Old Dominion pick out and put it up as a loss while it wasn't even a loss.
Hey.
No, not for Bob. Hey. Bob played, first of all, Bob played the wrong play.
No. I'm going to say, I wrote it. So hand up. I mushed the world.
But Bob wrote full game. You wrote
I'm saying me, I got the first half.
I know. But
hand up.
It was first half, but I mean, that loss.
Michael, hand up. Let's go hands up. Hands up accountability. That's a new thing on this show. You want to take it? Hand up accountability.
That's fine.
That's what we preach here. Folks, we interrupt the Brilliantly Dumb Show to let you know that the Brilliantly Dumb Show is brought to you by the fine folks over at AG1. I started taking AG1 for about a year and a half now. If you're a longtime listener, you know I'm a big AG1 guy. Gut health, my overall immune system, and just to add that extra spark of energy into my day-to-day, which everybody needs that day-to-day energy. I recommend AG1 to all my family and friends because it really does put me in the right mindset, and I know I'm taking the best, finest ingredients, something that I could replace my multivitamin with, came from AG1. Just one scoop does it all for you. You can't go wrong. AG1 is the supplement I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why they've been a partner for so long. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/dumb. That's drinkag1.com/dumb. Check it out. Buy or sell. Let's start off with Joey D.
I'm selling. I gotta sell. I should have sold this last week, but it goes without saying. I am selling the shit out of Draymond Green. This guy, you want to talk all-time scumbags. And I've said it before on the show. He's one of my most hated athletes in all of sports. This guy has been getting away with murder for years. And now the buck is finally caught up to him. And now I tell you what, he's trying to get back in the league. They should not let him back. They shouldn't let him back. This guy's punched teammates. He's choked. He's kicked people in the ribs. He's slapped. I mean, this guy's got a problem. This guy, he's a bad teammate. He's a bad sport. He's bad for the league. He's bad. And by the way, he has been riding the coattails of Steph Curry for years. You take him off that team and put him on another team, this guy's a meaningless P. That's all he is.
I'll tell you, man,
P?
that
A P?
P. A single P. Meaningless.
I think you peep.
Like a snap pea. One single pea.
One
that nobody
singular
gives a shit
green
about.
pea.
You just push it off to the side of the plate
Right.
and you keep it moving.
Enough
Got
is enough. That cheap shot that he laid,
Horrific.
fucking
Yeah.
that,
Just garbage.
that's a full, just because he was,
The
back.
guy needs help, man.
That's a full blown, and
You know what though? You say that, but then he's not like this guy who has off the court issues. He's not. He's never been in any. I'm just saying, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like you say, he needs help, but the only issue this guy has is keeping his cool on the court. Off the court, by all intents and
He's
purposes, he sounds like a
assaulting
totally
guys.
normal guy.
It doesn't matter. He's assaulting people on the court.
He just has no control when he starts playing. He just has no control.
Yeah, I mean, when he gets onto the court, he can't.
He's a madman. He's
He's like you. He's like you with that headset on. You're uncontrollable.
I love that headset.
I don't know how that got leveraged in. I will
Because
say
Joe
that-
has something against the headset. People love
we're
that.
talking
I don't
A lot of
know what
people.
the
A lot of
heck-
people.
lot of people.
A lot of people.
Lot of
People are talking, quite frankly, about this headset. It's made not in China, it's produced right here in the greatest country. Many people would say. But yeah, Joe's got a vendetta against the headset.
I don't
know
like
what
the
it is.
headset.
With
I
You're
love
not, you're not on the side.
No, the one I
You
wear
know
on
the
IG
headset.
now.
Oh, it's completely
It's
outrageous.
it's outrageous.
Mikey, it's one.
In
do you know
fact,
quality- it's quality-
I'm going to
quality
sell the
assurance.
headset, Bob.
I would
I'm
sell
selling
that
the
headset. But
Draymond's off the hook. Draymond's
Let
off
me
the
see
hook.
some hand up
No,
accountability.
I
in
love
this
that headset.
shitty
No, I
headset.
can't do that.
It's
I
a
love that
terrible
headset. I
headset.
can't
You
It's
do
look
that.
like a
terrible.
call in place from the sideline.
I think that's my theory on it. My theory
Yes,
is that Mikey
it's
had this,
outrageous.
he loves football so much, and he's got this deep fascination and awe of wanting to be like a head coach and be more of the game. Than
It makes me feel like I'm controlling more than
That's right. Look at the
Worked
way
last
he
night.
created the sidelines.
It
at
didn't
Rutgers.
work this game.
I didn't have the headset on. So maybe that was the problem.
But
I didn't
is
have the
there some-
headset on.
Is there some truth to that, Mikey?
The truth is, I wanted a device where, and I'm going to be, now you guys are going to pretzel it the way you want, and that's expected, and that's fine. I bought it because, number one, the new iPhone has only the USB-C connection, right? It doesn't have that old connection, the lightning cord. So I have nothing that works with that. Nothing. So I looked on Amazon. I got this headset that'll connect directly to it. Number one, I could hear people talk when they talk through the earphones, and I could talk, and I know that the mic is probably good, better than me talking to the phone at a distance.
But I don't see. I would say you got to take audio out of it because I think the audio sucks. And who am I to talk about audio sucking?
Oh,
Wait, you think
talk
you
about
think
the
I-
pot
you
calling
think it
the
sounds
kettle
bad?
black.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you think it sounds bad on my end, me talking?
Oh
Does
yeah,
it?
rather than you talking phone for sure. I just think you want that feeling of play calling.
Oh, I do like that also. Yeah.
Of course. Joseph has his hand up.
I just want. Do you have the headset around? Can we see the headset?
Yeah.
I know he has it there. I know he has it there.
We could get a clip. Yeah, he does. We could get a clip. Just look at that man go. Look at that man go. Now, mind you, folks, for those watching on YouTube, he calls in. It's pretty much offensive coordinator.
It's a great headset.
I think it makes more sense for a podcast. The fact that
Yeah.
he's doing that. Yeah,
Pretty
there
good
it is.
headset.
There it is, right there. That's exactly that's what I've always thought that it was.
Oh,
The
that
fact
looks. By the way, can I just say something? That contraption, the double, that looks sensational.
Yeah,
That looks. That looks really good. The double job.
Mikey, are we going to get hand up accountability on the headset?
I'm not getting rid of the headset, Bob. I love the headset, and
But can we
people
just
like the
get-
headset. People really like the
We
headset.
get Could we get hand up
I
accountability?
could
that it
raise
looks
my hand and
ridiculous?
say it may look crazy. I'll say that.
Hand up accountability.
Sure, sure.
Yo, put
yeah.
the hand up. Put the hand up.
It would appear that it looks crazy, but I would debate that it's actually great. I would. I think it's
I
great.
appreciate. Look, once that hand goes up,
Yeah.
everything's.
And by the
cool.
way, if it works, don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it works, then I'm just saying it looks outrageous.
We did listen the last 2 Sunday nights when we've done the live for the entire first quarter with the bet, they both won. The Miracle in Green Bay with the 0.
That
time
was
left on the clock.
awesome. That was awesome. That was
And then
awesome.
last night, first quarter under in Jacksonville, Baltimore, held on.
Old
So we're
Dominion's
gonna-
dead. I just saw it.
Oh,
What's the score?
no.
You got to get the first bet of the week. I love to get that first bet, and you know what I mean.
No, tonight we'll win. We're gonna win tonight.
35-14.
We're gonna win
Win
tonight. We're gonna win tonight.
What are you on, Mikey?
I'm not 1,000% sure yet. But I'm leaning towards a total, something that I like with a total.
Okay.
If it's an under, you'll have full ridership from Bob.
For sure. Mikey,
Take that
I
under
will-
last night.
took them. No,
Oh,
both
good.
of your unders through the only subs.
Oh, the total unders for the game
Terrific.
yesterday.
T-
Well,
Terrific.
the Bears one was close. Got
very
closer.
close. But you
Got
know what, though?
closer.
And as low as the
The
number,
Atlanta one was a fucking that was
not only do I
ridiculous.
trust your picks, is when I see you throw up an under, I am guaranteed to be riding with you, because not only do I like your picks, the way that I love an under, I get
Yeah.
the best of both worlds. It's my
Right,
favorite.
right.
Okay. Moving right along here, Mike. You got a 2:15 Pacific time cutout. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause his school closes, so I got to get there
problem.
before school closes.
Hashtag justice for Dom, by the way, is trending on Twitter right now. Hashtag justice for Dom.
Where did that come from, by the way?
Starting your IG live, because I started it to transition him out of a Bears fan and for the Bears.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So when
yeah.
you saw all
Justice
the
for
justice
Dom.
for Dom, you didn't know what we were talking about?
Well, because I had I had tweeted out justice for Dom for the Eagles security guy because they banned him from the sideline for the entire year, which I thought, by the way, is ridiculous. For the entire season, the guy gets suspended.
You can't
I didn't
get
even-
in the face of the players.
I didn't think he really did anything, Joe. I thought Greenlaw got in his face, to be honest. And then Greenlaw swatted at him, did he not? Or was it
Well,
the other way around?
but Greenlaw he got ejected too, I think.
I know, but he's not getting suspended for the season.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You could.
I thought it was. I'm just saying. I thought it was a
Mikey.
little harsh.
You know what you could say? A little prejudice against Italians.
Yeah, anti-Italian discrimination. I've already
Um,
thrown that out there. I've thrown that out there.
And by the way, if you didn't know that Nick Sirianni was Italian, he wears it on the side of his head.
Yeah, but
They all do.
They
Bob.
all do, though. That's the NFL.
Belichick
thing.
has the Croatian one.
They
all
have.
it.
Yeah, that's like a thing. The flags are like a thing. Hand up. That's good.
Hand up
Yeah.
accountability.
Yeah,
That's on
there
me.
it is. There
That-
it is. There it is. Like,
Hand up.
It's hilarious that you thought only
accountability.
Sirianni was the only guy
That stuff.
wearing the
He
flag.
thought he was.
That's good, though.
He
That
thought he
was
was a
thank God
really
for the hand
prideful
up.
Italian.
That's tough. I take it back. All right, buy or sell. I got a hard sell. I'm passionate about this sell. Colby Covington.
Oh my
You
God.
talk about one of the all-time scumbag moves.
Are you
I
talking
have-
about the press conference?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
guys
What
dad?
about the post game fight? That was even bad
I didn't
too.
hear the post game. I
This
heard the
guy.
Oh.
I heard the press conference saying maybe you'll see your dad in hell or something like that
Yes,
or whatever.
me and my dad were there, and we were
Oh.
in the second row right there. The whole room couldn't believe what this guy had just said. For those that don't know, Colby Covington was fighting Leon Edwards. Colby Covington is a loudmouth. He runs his mouth, and he said to Leon Edwards, I'll see your dad in hell. His dad was murdered years ago, and they said Leon Edwards got off of the presser after and started bawling his eyes out because he couldn't believe that this guy had just said it. And then he shows up to the main card, the main fight, and shows up and doesn't throw a fucking punch out of all the shit that he talked and the things that he did. Gets on the press conference after. Everybody in the arena was cheering for Covington, which drove me nuts. I couldn't believe that. We felt so bad for Leon. Me and my dad were pulling like hell, like crazy. Jesus, that's not the best choice of words. We were pulling like crazy for Leon. And then Covington gets on the mic after, and then the fans turned on him. They started booing him. And he says, "You're all a bunch of broke bitches anyway."
Well, no, because he for 2 minutes just praised Trump.
Yeah, it's it was a very, look, regardless of who you vote for, who you like, politics aside, you don't say what you said, and people were still rooting for him after he had said
Someone
that.
else in a very prominent position with a digital pulpit called people poor the other day, and I was shocked that they said that, being in the position that they're in. And I'm not going to say who, but people probably know if you're following along. But I thought that was like, that took me back, and I was like, the one thing like that, just the audacity to say something like that, like people, you don't know people's story, like where they come from. And I'm never one to say, listen, I'm always one to say, like, you work really fucking hard. You start working as soon as you're physically capable to earn money. You go out and you work your ass off and you do everything you can, and everyone has an opportunity to do that. But people fall on very, very unfortunate circumstances. Bad things happen to good people.
Yeah.
And for you to say something like that is just like, that's why I can't believe, I didn't even know that, Bob. I didn't know about the post-fight press.
Yeah, after they started.
Yeah, he went
By
off.
the way, people that are paying money to come watch you fight.
$80 a fucking buy for that pay-per-view, bro.
I said to my dad, we bet on every single fight. And I can't wait to get you guys to these. It's such a blast. We bet on every fight. That was the only fight we didn't bet on because we didn't need to bet on it. We wanted.
Yeah, no, you're rooting regardless. Yeah.
It was so embarrassing though at the press conference. So after he says that, everybody's all couldn't believe it. All the Nelk boys are there and they just signed Colby Covington. So everybody in the arena, even after he said that, is still rooting for Covington and cheering for him. They get up after the presser and Leon, like they stand up and Leon kind of just like looks down and he kind of makes eye contact with my dad. My dad stands up and my dad puts his fist up and he goes, "Kick his ass, Leon." And it's dead quiet. I was humiliated, and everybody was pro Covington. And there's a lot of nut jobs in this place.
Yeah.
My dad, skinny Jewish guy, just goes, "Kick his ass, Leon." I was like,
fantastic.
Jesus, Dad.
Yeah.
Mikey, buy or sell, and then we got to roll in quick. I hate to do this, but it's we're against the clock here, so we're gonna keep it moving. And a quick top five, Mikey V, take it away.
I'm going to sell. It's holiday related. I'm going to sell this as a gift. If you're buying this as a gift, I would say return it or just don't bring it. Just keep it at your house because nobody likes them, in my opinion. I've never met one person I've ever seen actually eat them. Maybe I could imagine Joe saying as soon as I'm done with it, "I love those." I can just picture it. But anyway, Joe, do you know those chocolate liqueur bottles, like the chocolate liquor shaped bottles? Like they're little bottles of little. They're little chocolates, but they're shaped like liquor bottles, filled with like cognac and like desserty
like
liquor.
Remy Martin and stuff like that.
Just stop. I can't even believe they still make these things. I've seen them at every Christmas since I was probably 3 years old. I could remember. And for the life of me, I swear on my kids, I don't think I've ever seen one actually consumed. They just sit there, and I don't know if they're more for show, but I've never heard one person ever.
I think a lot of older people buy them.
Maybe that explains why I've seen them since I'm a kid, but that's one thing that I cannot believe. I am in disbelief they're still mass produced. And people in the comments on YouTube, if you enjoy those or you're somebody who actually purchased them, I would like to hear from you. I really would, because I can't believe they're still produced. I can't. I'm selling the mini chocolate liquor bottles for Christmas. It's the only time of the year you ever see them, and I don't understand. They're not good then. They're not good ever. I just don't get it. I don't
Joey
get it.
D, what do you think of those liquor bottles?
No, he's right. They stink.
Good. So you're in the clear.
They're not liquor. They're chocolate, but they're stuffed. They're
Bob,
like
they're
inserted with the liqueur inside of them. It's like a chocolate liqueur.
Yeah, Bob, picture a Hershey's Kiss, but instead of the shape of a kiss, it's the shape of a liquor bottle, a mini liquor bottle.
Yeah.
And in that corresponding bottle has the liquor stuffed into the chocolate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look,
exactly. There's nothing about it that to me seems appealing. And I'm saying chocolate's fine on its own, liquor fine on its own. Some drinks, espresso martini, but not in this case where you're chewing into a chocolate and then it's just, I don't know. Just not, I'm selling it. I'm selling it.
Okay. All right. Look, both of you guys say it's that hard of a sell. I get it. You won't see.
I would hate it.
Time
You'd
soon.
hate it.
Yes. I would never. Yeah.
All right, boys. We're going to go into our top five. Top five today is going to be favorite fighters could
UFC, right? UFC fighters.
He said
No.
boxing or UFC.
boxing or you. Joe, you can't blame. That's a hand up accountability. You can't
it
blame
is.
anybody
is.
else but yourself.
Yeah.
It's so clearly in the chat. UFC or boxers, can we get some hand up accountability over there, please?
I'm gonna have to go into the chat and see it again. I mean, I looked on it on the run. I will say I looked on it on the run.
That's
I'll
not
say that.
true hand up accountability.
But you know what? We're
That's like
here's my issue with this. We could be doing two separate top five boxers, top 5 UFC fighters, and we could be utilizing that in a better way.
Well, I think it's very important to emphasize on this again, emphasizing like last week, and some people I don't think understood. This is not rating the greatest boxers, UFC fighters of all time.
Correct.
It's rating your favorite boxers, UFC fighters of all time.
I got to go last now.
That's fine. I'll go first.
But Joe, I just want to see, because you're a guy who could really start using that hand up accountability. I'd love to see that used there.
I put my hand up, Bob.
It didn't seem like full accountability.
What do you want me to do? Reach for the sky? Like,
But it seems like you're upset with us. It's like you're upset.
I didn't
you don't
even
want to
say
stretch
anything.
it. You can't stretch that. Don't stretch out the Lululemon, Joe. Just keep it
Well,
exactly
it's
where it is.
very
this is fun.
versatile. Look at the thread count on this thing.
Lululemon is spectacular. The Beardown show is not brought to you by Lululemon. No.
Wow, I wish it was.
Whoa, we got Breezy Golf. Breezy Golf has a lot of
It's
conflicting
different. It's yoga and everyday lifestyle versus golf apparel.
I know we got to get some everyday apparel. That's a big
That's
topic
what I'm
of
saying.
conversation at Breezy HQ.
Now
We gotta
the
get some
hoodies,
athletic
the
stuff,
hoodies,
some
the hoodies
athletic
are every
tees.
the hoodies are every day, and I will die by the hoodies. But I'm just saying this is like streetwear.
No, I love Lululemon.
He'll die by the hoodies with the Lululemon shirt on, Bob. Joe, I'm just fucking.
You believe this guy?
I'm fucking with
Come
you.
on, he's
Stop.
busting balls.
You always
Joe,
wear Breezy every week. To be fair,
I know, and I came running from outside.
You
I was at a
did.
wedding.
You
I
had
was
a tough
looking
day
for
today.
wedding bands.
It's
You had a
okay,
tough day today.
Joe.
Rough day today.
Searching for wedding bands.
Rough day. That was on me. That
Come
was on me. That was on me. That attack was on me. All right, number 5. Vladimir Klitschko, number 5 for me. The Klitschko brother, the most recent Klitschko brother who retired. His brother, you remember Vitaly, if you know boxing, he lost to Lennox Lewis, which was a very controversial fight. And then he went on to be a politician in the Ukraine, and that was the end of his career. And that's a shame because I think Vladimir probably was better than Vitaly was probably better than Vladimir. But Vladimir to me was a favorite of mine. Dr. Steelhammer, big fan of his. Number 4, everyone's going to break balls, but he's one of my favorites. I got to put him in here. Everyone's going to have something to say. Conor McGregor at number 4. I mean, you want to talk about guys who are just entertaining, man. This guy, he was entertaining. Is that fair, Bob?
I don't have an issue with that. With top guys to date, your sister,
Okay.
I have an issue with
Big
that.
family man, well noted. Conor McGregor, huge family man, dedicated to his
That-
family. Number
Talk
3.
about hand up accountability, that should be there.
Number 3, I'm going to go with a guy that obviously I was not watching in his prime, but he has become one of my favorites because of all the movies, all the documentaries, every show about him, his involvement with all entertainment, his involvement with pop culture, period. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, to me, I don't have to watch. His impact will ring for generations. You don't have to have sat there and watch him in his prime. That's really the only old guy I have in my list. Number 2, John Bones Jones. John Jones for me is, forget about the fact that he may be the best UFC fighter of all time. I just think he's just fucking great. I just think he's the most badass motherfucker on the planet. And then the baddest man on the planet, arguably. Number 1, I mean, how can you not, in my opinion, put Mike Tyson at number 1 on the list in terms of just all the entertainment he has provided? But I remember as being a kid in the 90s and watching how insane this guy was in a boxing ring. You're talking about a guy who bit another man's ear off in a boxing ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that happen. But before that, when he was really an excellent heavyweight boxer, I mean, Mike Tyson all the way from me, one of my favorite of all time.
Joey D, you want to take it away?
No, I want to go last.
Joey D's going to go last. By the way, I got no issue with the list, Mikey. I like it.
Okay.
I think it's as much as you had some of the greats in there. It's top 5 of your favorite.
I'll go, Bob.
Joey D's going to go.
That's unbelievable move there.
Yeah, why not? I mean, okay, number 5, I'm going to go with boxer Oscar De La Hoya. I think a guy who really revolutionized the sport and also created some of the biggest fights for these guys now, and in terms of money and whatnot. Guy was fast. He was electric. I got him at 5. At number 4, I got Anderson Silva, the Spider. This guy was fucking awesome. I mean, you watch this guy in UFC, you just go like this. He didn't even have his hands up. It was like he was dancing in that ring, man.
He's arguably the best ever, too.
I mean, the guy was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just to watch
I'd
it
say
from,
Bones is better, but he's definitely 1A, 1B.
I've
I
seen
think
Dana-
just go ahead, Bob.
I think I've seen Dana White say that he thought Silva was the best ever. I don't know how
Yeah,
Jones.
I think that I
yeah.
think that's right, though. I think slight edge over
By the way,
John Jones.
Khabib needs to be in the conversation.
Khabib's 3. I think Khabib's 3. If you want
Khabib
me,
is my number 3,
Khabib's
actually. To
3.
put,
There you
is
go,
it?
Joey
Okay.
D.
yeah, he's my number 3. Khabib
You
is my
like
number.
him though? Like you like him?
I mean, dude, how could you not like him when he jumped into the crowd? I mean, the guy, he's never lost a fight. He trains against tigers or bears. I mean, it's unbelievable. The guy's not human.
He went after my guy, but
What guy?
Connor.
He should have. He killed Connor in the ring. He
Sure
humiliated
He
him.
sure did. He sure
Yeah.
did.
No,
There's
I've actually-
listen. There's no
There
question.
was no question he's a
There's
better
no
fighter.
question about that. There's no question.
Number 2. See, this is tough for me now because I wanted to put this guy at number 1 because he's Canadian, but I can't now because I got number 2. I got George St. Pierre, the absolute legend, UFC Canadian. Bob, do you even know who that is?
Yeah, I do know how that is. What is that? Yeah, I know who that is.
Bob's a big
looking at me
UFC
like
guy.
this.
Yeah,
Maybe he doesn't like the pick.
yeah. I'd like to know what you know about Oscar De La Hoya.
That was a bizarre pick.
Bizarre.
What's wrong with Oscar De La Hoya? You never watched? I mean, Mikey, you and I, we grew up at a different time than Bob. We watched Oscar De La Hoya when we were.
No,
growing
I mean
up.
De La Hoya. I mean, if prize fight or pay-per-view fight, I mean De La Hoya. You know, 6,
You know
7 times out of 10, he was on the main card. I mean,
It was
that
unbelievable. And number 1, because I got St. Pierre, I had to show love to my Canadian. And number 2, number 1's Mike Tyson. I mean, the guy was. I have watched a collection of his knockouts in the first round within less than 2 minutes. He used to knock guys out within the first minute of the fight. It would be like putting you up against a freaking wolf on the other side of the ring. Like the fear you had to have going into the ring against that man. It was. I think he has to be at number 1.
I went to Vegas as a kid the night of a Tyson fight with my family. Just perchance, we had flown in the night of a Tyson fight when he had just gotten out of prison.
Oh
And
my God.
he knocked this guy out that night within 45 seconds, and people were rioting because the amount of money that they paid, I guess, for the tickets. It was at MGM Grand. I'll never forget it. And MC Hammer walked by me. I was like 7 or 8 years old. It was incredible. I got a picture with MC Hammer. I had to ask my mother for it because Bob, you would get a.
Was he wearing the parachute pants?
Bro, he was fucking. He looked insane. He looked insane. He looked crazy. And I had like glasses on like this. I was a little fucking chubby kid. It was hysterical.
I would pay a lot of money for that photo.
Even better story. We check into the hotel. It's the night of the fight. The fight's literally going on because it's a 5-hour flight for us. So the fight is happening. The first room we go into is completely unmade, and there's a person in there. Have to leave. They send us to another room. There's blood all over the sheets in that room. MGM Grand. Have to leave that one. Finally, my grandfather, who's with us, he lost his Italian temper. He's like, I'm a Platinum American Express card holder. And he just lost his mind, and they put us in a junior suite, Joe. It was great.
The Platinum American Express goes a long way. I stayed in that Centurion Lounge the other day. That thing is, Bob, you got to get the American Express, the business, because the Platinum card, the amount of benefits, the Centurion Lounge, I went for the first time. I should have bought that. Damn it. That was sensation. They had all the games on, Bob, huge buffet. They had a full bar. It was like sit down at a bar, you order whatever drinks you want.
American Express is good. It is actually notoriously one of the best in the game.
Customer service, American
Off the
Express
charts.
is probably the toughest pound for pound fighter to beat.
That could have been a solid buy.
Yeah, Amex, sure.
Oh yeah.
Even just an Amex customer service too.
Yep.
All right. Michael, any issues with Joey D's list?
De La Hoya slightly. Other than that, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Moving right along, I will go number 5, give me Daniel Cormier. And that's not just because I just golfed with him, but the rivalry that he had, you know, you could roll your eyes all you want, Joseph, but the rivalry that he had with John Jones, because there's no reason for the eye roll there. I mean, I didn't
He
appreciate
literally was
football.
just golfing with this guy. It's
We had a
not
great
a
time.
coincidence
We had a great
that he
time.
just made the list.
But before you roll your eyes, if you heard the explanation, you might not have rolled the eyes. Is all
Dana
I'm-
White's at 4, Joe.
and accountability. Yeah, no, I had that. I had Cormier at number 5. I was always rooting for him against John Bones Jones. Like I always wanted to see. Yeah, I did, because John Jones he wasn't known as a nice guy. I mean, all shit. I think he's changed a lot now, but he wasn't a nice guy. Cormier at 5, number 4. Give me Kimbo Slice. Kimbo Slice. Kimbo Slice. Let me tell you something, man. That was my shit. That really was, like, when he would do those street bare knuckle fights. I'm telling you, man, he was.
What about when he got knocked out by Seth Petrozzulli?
Well, that's another story. But those street fights, I thought were awesome. I got Kimbo Slice at 4. Number 3, give me Nate Diaz.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I used to hate him, and I learned to just love him. I find him to be hysterical. You could hit him with a shovel in the face, and he wouldn't go down. Every fight he has is amazing, whether he wins or loses. Number 2, I'm with you guys. We all got him in there. Give me Mike Tyson at 2, Muhammad Ali at 1, and then honorable mention, the classiest guy in UFC. He's like the Derek Jeter of UFC, Michael Chandler, who I hope fights McGregor and destroys him. In honorable mention. Joey D, honorable mention.
This one is going to make you guys laugh. It's kind of like Bob's Kimbo Slice, but the guy was awesome to watch. Is Brock Lesnar for me. I thought when he came into UFC, he fought who was he? He won the heavyweight. Dude, he was freaking he was just like a bull. He was like a rhino. He was so huge. It was awesome to watch.
I don't think it's that crazy. He was the face, I feel like, of UFC for a while.
Dude, it was sick. He went from he went from NFL Minnesota Viking to WWE to UFC. Whoa.
What was
that?
Go ahead, Joseph.
What was that?
Go ahead, Joseph.
Sounds scary. Go ahead.
That's all I gotta say. I don't.
Mikey,
I gotta wrap it up. Tyson Fury is my honorable mention.
Oh, I thought he'd be there number 5.
Love Tyson Fury. Love Tyson.
Fellas, I know one of our shorter ones. Spectacular episode. Hands up and clap it up for the boys there. Mikey, go get Dominic. Tell him we say hello. Ask him if he has a winner tonight.
Justice for Dom.
Justice for Dom. We'll see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. That's been another edition of the Brilliant Show.